I will attach my hooks to the rack with the scrap yarn so they don't move around. I'll remove that later. And I also want to attach my driftwood to the hook so it doesn't move around. And I'm just gonna use this rubber band that I took from some groceries, maybe celeries. I don't know what it was, but anyway, I keep those just in case. So here you go. Now it's not going to be moving around too much. So here I have a wooden ring, and the one that I'm working with is about 2 inches. But you can have whichever ring you have that fits, or rather that your test tube fits in easily and can be deposited in. Remember, you will be tying the cord around this ring, so it should be pretty much more larger than your tube, so you have plenty of space to insert it when you're done. And here I will be working with 3mm cord, natural and teal. This cord is Bobbiny cord, 3mm teal, and this is 3mm natural, and I believe I got it at Right Rope. So I will begin by attaching my first cord with lark's head's knot, send it over my driftwood, and pull these strands through the loop. The next one will be teal, and again I will hold and fold it in half and attach it with the reverse lark's head knot, which meaning I will put the cord from behind of my driftwood and then pull the cords through the loop. To start the pattern, we will start with our outer cords, folding them, creating this little shelf like this. Now, take each of these natural cords that on each side, one at a time, and send them through the loop from behind and through the loop. And this one as well, from behind of the shelf and through the loop. Now these cords can be pulled and tied in your knot. Like this. All right. Now to create a beautiful pattern with these cords, the inside cords that are colored cords, we will create the horizontal half hitch, double half hitch knot. And to do that, hold these two natural cords in your left hand. Bring one of the cords that is closer to the left, up front, around, and through the loop. And then behind, around, and through the loop. Let's do the same thing. Here, bring it up front, around, and through the loop. Behind, around, and through the loop. Okay, now you have these little crossing patterns right there. Now let's repeat the step 1. Again, the outer cords of the natural cords will create the shelf, and these inner cords each will go through the loop and through the loop. Now again, you can pull these shelf first cords in and tighten your cords to create this little tiny flower pattern. Now we can repeat the same thing with the inner cords. We'll bring it in, around, and through the loop. And behind, around, and through the loop. Behind, around, and through the loop. Okay, and repeat again. Outer cords will create the shelf. Inner cords will go through these loops. Pull and pull. You can repeat these as many times as you want. I will go ahead and create my next 2 flower patterns here. I will make the next one 4 flowers and the next one 5. It's up to you how many flowers you will have, but remember, the longer you have this pattern, the more cord you will use. So if you want to make it really long, then you probably will have more cord used, so cut more. And here's what I have so far. Next, we will attach our rings for the propagation tubes. All right, so take your tube and the ring and approximately decide where your tube will be sitting. So I think about here. So let's see, I probably want some space over the tube so you can put the plant in and have plenty of space for that plant. So I would think that my ring should be around here. So let's see, it would be 6 inches from the end of the flowers. So I will start at 6 inches. All right. Get your ring and 2 of the tails, and I will start with these leftmost ones. I will bring them up front of the ring, through the ring, across. See, so it kind of creates the cross right here. Hold it with your thumb. Send these ends through, but put your finger in to create a loop right here. Through the loop from behind and over, and through this loop. Now go ahead and tighten. And here you created the constrictor knot. So it will not go anywhere. Now you will have to repeat the same thing with these cords on each side and try to make it more or less even. I'll do that and I'll see you after that. And here's my first ring attached. I will go ahead and do the next ring, which I will measure 6 inches and make it a little bit lower right here. And the next one lower right there, which you can't see, of course, off the camera, but I will see you after that. And here are all my rings. And tell you the truth, I did not measure. I just totally eyeballed how the level of each ring. You are welcome to measure if you wanted to be more precise, but yeah, I just eyeballed it so they kind of go at an angle. So there you go. We'll go to the next section. All right, so this is done. Now we'll have to decide where our tube will sit. And mine is pretty short, so I want it to sit comfortably so it doesn't come out easily, but sort of maybe not halfway. Let's see, something like this. Okay. Yeah. All right. So maybe halfway. So I will mark this spot right here with just a little scrap that I have. And I will make it just a tiny bit higher than I wanted it to be. And in truth, if you want to end right there, you can probably do just the gathering knot and end it there. But what I want to do, I want to repeat the design that we made on top with the flower. And this is why I will need that little scrap to hold everything together. So let's see. Okay, this is good. Let me get that tube and make sure that it's going to sit in here. Yep. So that's good. I'm satisfied. Now, let's repeat that pattern that I showed you at the top. And again, we will find the outer cords. Let's say these will be the outer cords. And I will make a little shelf. I will send these two inner cords through the loops. Tighten it. And repeat our flower pattern up front, through the loop, behind, and through the loop. And one more time, up front, and behind, and again, a shelf, the cords go through, tighten it up, and here's our little flower. Now I can remove the scrap cord. All right. And let's see how our tube will sit. Okay, I think it will be just fine. Right there. All right, so I will finish these ones, and I see that my battery on the camera is going low, so I will charge my batteries. finish these ones and come back with the next part. Alright, you guys, let's finish it up. While I was waiting for the battery to be charged, I finished these two up. And what we are going to do, we're going to make a gathering knot right here. And if you know how to make that, you can skip it and go to the next part, which is the reveal of how this all going to work. All right, I have about 11 inches of the scrap yarn right here, the same as this. And we are going to start with putting our string next to the others that hanging down with the tail, a little bit of tail up there. Create a loop so it looks something like this. And then we'll start wrapping this longer string around. And I do about 3 loops around. All right, and then we put this end through the loop, hold it up, and pull on the tail from the top. Pull until this middle part, when they're connected, gets somewhat in the middle of your wrapping. Now you can snip both of these ends. Let's do this. Okay, you can push these parts a little bit in, and if you want to use a bit of the fabric glue to dab on these ends so they don't come out, you can do that, but because these things do not get bang around much, so I think they will be fine without the glue. Next, we will go ahead and trim this part, so probably approximately the same size as the other one, and brush it out. This is the Macrame brush, but you can use dog, cat, pet brush. That works just fine as well, and that will be all. So let me do that, and I will be back and show you how it looks. All right? And here we have it. Very pretty. It didn't take very long. And now you will have more plants. Yay! If you like this video, you guys, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Thank you for watching. Ciao!